Chad, what books have you read which you would want to recommend to our book-loving audience?
I read a lot of books.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
You know, but I've got, I think, I'll mention 3 or 4 or books that I've read. The first book was obviously Rich Dad Poor Dad. It was mind-blowing when I read it. It helped me, you know, understand that, you know, conventional wisdom is not always, you know, what it seems. So that was Rich Dad Poor Dad. I've also read Lynchpin because it sort of connects with me. You know, for me, my philosophy is that your work does not represent how much you got paid to do it. It represents you. So when I do work, it's me who's done the work. So for me, passion is not project specific. So when you look at Lynchpin, it talks about passion. It talks about creating human connections in the relentless pursuit of excellence. So Lynchpin by Seth Godin, I connect with that book. And then I've also read From Rags to Riches, The Story of Abu Dhabi. From Rags to Riches, The Story of Abu Dhabi is a non-academic book. It's more like a biography of some sort, but it has actually been included, I think, in the educational curriculum of the UAE, which is one of the things that we've missed here. We've only got academic books in the curriculum. So that book speaks about the story of UAE and Abu Dhabi, and I am fascinated by the story of Abu Dhabi. It connects with the Zimbabwean story in one way or the other. And then I've read Lee Kuan Yew's book, the Singapore story. Lee Kuan Yew took over Singapore when they had nothing, right? They had no natural resources, they had no currents of their own. Even their army was being paid by I think the British government at that point in time. They had nothing, and they had to reconstruct and construct deliberately and carefully do so. Build the Singapore economy and build a nation. They literally built a nation in terms of creating common values and building a nation from an economic backwater to a plus $300 billion GDP economy. And also they then built Singapore to become the world's second biggest port in terms of by volumes of business, and they created Singapore from having no currency to become one of the top 5, I think, global financial centers. So I read that book and it was absolutely mind-blowing. And also it helped me understand that sometimes your vision, you've got to be disciplined, you've got to stick on to that vision. And sometimes people may not see it because early days, Lee Kuan Yew had some criticism, but he forged along. I think I've said what?
Yeah, you have. So Chad, you brought me this book. Thank you so much. I hope everybody who comes to this show realizes that Chad brought a book. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Thank you so much for this book, Chad. I look forward to reading it. But why have you brought me this book?
You know, like when I was searching for a book, because I know you love books, when I was searching for a book, I was actually looking for a book that you hadn't read yet. And hopefully this is a 2021 book. I hope that you
haven't read it.
You haven't read it.
Yeah.
But the biggest reason why I actually brought this book is because you've made a pivot to digital. You're one of the first people, I think, in the media space. You are the first mainstream media business in Zimbabwe to go digital. And because of that, this is a book that talks about surviving digital and actually moving in navigating the digital space. So I hope that it's an asset to you, and I hope that it inspires you. So that's why I brought the book.
Oh, thank you.